KOMU 8 Sports.
If only there were no baseball in July, then the Royals' chances of making the playoffs would look a little bit better. This decade, Kansas City has won just 42% of its games in the month, a winning percentage better than that of only 4 teams in the majors right now. KC was just 5-10 this month, heading into a game with the White Sox last night. Things didn't start well. Top of the first, Adam Dunn gets Chicago on the board, single up the middle, scores 2. White Sox lead 2-0 early, more from Dunn a little bit later. Sox pitcher Chris Sale was strong as usual at the game, getting the strikeout here in the 3rd inning, making his case for the AL Cy Young Award. Playing well, all those Ks. Kansas City finally got to him, though, in the 4th. Danny Valencia bounces one up the middle. Alex Gordon would score. The deficit is cut in half, but the Royals could not tie it. Same inning, a little bit later, Escobar comes to the plate, and he would line one down the left field line. Valencia, you'll see him in a second, hustling all the way from first base. There would be a play at the plate as he gets wheeled around, and he is out of there. Royals unable to get that second run, and that would end the inning. In the 6th, Chicago adds some cushion to its lead. Gordon Beckham hits a sacrifice fly to center field. Another play at the plate would ensue. This one not quite as close. Dunn is barely safe even without the slide. The score would make it 3-1, and that is your final. Royals continue to struggle in July. They'll try to reverse the trend in Game 2 of the series tonight. 115 times this season, batters have had to take the long walk back to the dugout after being struck out by Adam Wainwright. St. Louis fans have seen it, and today the entire country can expect to as well. Waino will start in the All-Star game for the first time in his career tonight. The ace will become the 11th Cardinals pitcher to ever start the game. So far this year, he's got a 12-4 overall record with a 1.83 ERA. He'll be dueling with King Felix Hernandez of the Seattle Mariners, the American League starter. For Wainwright, it's just another accomplishment to add to his career resume, but where does this one rank? Matty Mock is not the next Johnny Manziel. He'll be the first one to tell you that. Although with his ability to run and throw the football and also catch media attention with his high fashion, he's becoming one of the new most talked about players at SEC Media Days in Hoover, Alabama. From being booted off of a team to becoming a Boomer Sooner. Happy 4th of July, everyone. I'm Nick Hehemann. The University of Oklahoma has announced that former Missouri receiver Dorial Green Beckham has been officially added to the school's football program. DGB can join the team immediately and enroll in classes, but as of right now, he is not eligible to suit up on game days. This all goes back to his several off-the-field incidents in his time as a Tiger, the most recent of which was a burglary investigation where Green Beckham allegedly shoved a female down a flight of stairs. MU coach Gary Pinkel then dismissed him from the team back in April, making him unable to play for any FBS school this upcoming season because of NCAA transfer rules. However, OU expects to appeal for an NCAA waiver in the hopes that DGB can play for the school immediately. But on to the games themselves. Cards taking on the Marlins in the series rubber match. First inning, Miami strikes first, single up the middle off of pitcher Marco Gonzalez, makes it 1-0 Marlins early on. That score would hold all the way until the 6th. Bases juiced, 2 outs, and Marcell Ozuna gets one just through the hole. That'll plate 2 more. Redbirds trail 3-0. In the 7th, 4-0 now. Colton Wong. He is fresh off of the 15-day disabled list. Well, welcome back. That's a solo shot to right field, an absolute rocket. And he doesn't do that often. It was just his 2nd homer of the season, 4-1 now. But it was not enough for St. Louis. We go to the 8th, where it's 5-1. And this game gets blown open by catcher Jared Saltalamacchia. Try saying that name 7 times fast. That's his 9th jack of the season. The Cardinals would score a few more, but cannot overcome the large deficit. 8-4 is your final. St. Louis welcomes the Pittsburgh Pirates into town tonight. Meanwhile, KC taking on Corey Kluber in the Cleveland Indians. 2nd inning, no score. Carlos Santana, don't confuse him with the famous guitarist. Dinger makes it 1-0 early on in favor of Cleveland. Same score, same inning. This time, Yan Gomes crushes another one off of Royals pitcher Danny Duffy. All the way out and over the center field fence. And Duffy, he can't believe it. Royals show a little life in the 5th. Mike Moustakas just destroys this ball to right field. That's what you'd call a no-doubter. It is Moose's 2nd home run of the series. But that was all KC can muster up against Kluber. He went 8 in the 3rd innings with 10 strikeouts. KC loses. The team will travel to Tampa Bay to face the Rays tonight. Meanwhile, Mizzou quarterback Matty Mock is in Louisiana serving as a camp counselor at the Manning Passing Academy. While he'll be teaching the younger kids, he may also be able to learn a thing or two from Peyton, Eli, and Archie Manning while he's there. Mock started 4 games for the Tigers last season while James Franklin was injured, throwing for 1,071 yards. He looks to better those numbers as a starter this fall. Switching to pro sports, one former Missouri player has had his name pop up during all this NBA free agent frenzy. Center Alex Oriaki was traded from the Phoenix Suns to the Sacramento Kings today. The Redbirds were taking on pitcher Travis Wood in the Windy City tonight. Let's flash back to when he went up against them in 2012. It did not go so well. He gave up not 1, not 2, not 3, cue the LeBron soundtrack, but 5 homers in one game. On to tonight, it wasn't that bad, but still not great. In the first inning, John Jay slices a double to left with his team already up 1-0. 2 more runs score, it makes it 3-0 Cards. But the Cubs come roaring back, 4-3 Chicago now in the 4th, when Travis Wood comes up to bat, and pitchers aren't supposed to do that. He goes yard to left center, 5-3 now. On the mound, though, Wood's still struggling. Matt Carpenter crushes one to right to make it a 1-run ball game, and then a little bit later, same inning. This time it's Matt Holliday gets under this ball and it sails all the way out in left field for a dinger. Things get tied up, and Holliday, man, he's done that a few times in his career. Cards up 6-5 now, and Luis Valbuena would take it right back for good for Chicago. That thing just clears the fence out in left field. 2-run shot off of Kevin Segrist makes it 7-6, but there's still one last chance for the Birds. Cruz on third base with 2 outs, but Matt Carpenter can't come through, strikes out swinging, so the last place Cubs hold on for the 7-6 victory. The Cards are now 3.5 games out of first, and Game 2 is tomorrow afternoon. Royals taking on the Indians. Mizzou night at the K. Evan Bain with former Mizzou pitcher Aaron Crow before the game. Bottom second, no score. Salvador Perez hits a solo shot to left field. That would actually tie him for Mike Moustakas for the team lead in home runs with 12. That puts the Royals up 1-0, but the next batter is Mike Moustakas. And Moose takes the record right back, another solo shot. That puts the Royals up 2-0. The score is now 4-4 in the 7th inning. Having SEC Defensive Player of the Year Michael Sam still on the team would certainly help the Tigers, but he's on to bigger, in the case of last night, brighter things. Sam was in the spotlight at the ESPYs, winning the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. He led the conference this past season with 11.5 sacks and 19 tackles for a loss. After being drafted by the St. Louis Rams in the 7th round, Sam looks to become the first openly gay player in the NFL. Upon receiving the award, Sam said he hopes his decision to come out can inspire others. And speaking of fireworks, that's one way to describe the upcoming events in NBA free agency. Several big names are on the market and up for grabs, but none more important than 4-time MVP LeBron James. When he first opted out of his contract, all signs pointed to James returning to the Miami Heat, but his agent has been meeting with several teams this past week that are hoping to acquire the superstar forward. The Phoenix Suns, Houston Rockets, Dallas Mavericks, and yes, even the Cleveland Cavaliers are the teams that have reportedly been granted these meetings. He's a first-round talent. That's what many scouts were saying about former Missouri point guard Jordan Clarkson leading up to the draft. Well, he didn't go in round 1, but he does get to play alongside one of the greatest players of all time. Clarkson will become teammates with 5-time NBA champion and future Hall of Famer Kobe Bryant on the Los Angeles Lakers. LA acquired his draft rights from the Wizards last night with the 46th pick. He'll be joining fellow SEC star Julius Randle out of Kentucky, who was taken by LA with the 7th overall pick. We're a little less than 2 months away from the start of the Missouri football season, but some of the players are already starting to get some attention. Senior defensive end Marcus Golden is a candidate for the Chuck Bednarik Award this fall. The award is presented to the player voted as the best defensive player in the entire country. Golden finished with 6.5 sacks and 13 tackles for a loss and helping the Tigers to a number 5 final ranking last year. He looks to become the 4th SEC player to win the award in its 20-year history.